Welcome back to the apartments. I got two of my friends with me. I got Mac, you can see her in the camera, and I got Basti in the cut. Today's been a rough day. Well, the first 2 days of this week been a tough day, I'm gonna say. We got some sad news. Another African American male was shot in Minneapolis at a traffic stop. His name was Dante Wright. The officer said she was reaching for her taser and accidentally reached for her gun. We don't know too much about it, but can I get your thoughts on it? Just seeing how somehow, some way, this always happens. How do y'all feel about it?
I think that no matter what he was being pulled over for, it shouldn't matter the rhyme or the reason or what he was being pulled over for. It shouldn't have resulted in a death by any means. I don't think there's any excuse for it at all. And it's kind of like, when is it going to stop?
Yeah. I think it's heartbreaking that this keeps happening, and I feel like it happens too much, and there's like a line of like the record of it kind of shows why it's happening. I feel like because it's not a coincidence anymore, and like she's reaching for a taser, she said, but how inexperienced you have to be, and like how unprofessional is it not to even check and just fire off without like it's way too easy in my opinion. Like if you didn't have a gun, you'd have to resolve the situation in a peaceful manner, but since they get scared, it's just like, well, it's rather you over me, and I feel uncomfortable in this situation, and it just happens too quick, and it shouldn't be that easy to take someone's life. And a 20-year-old man
He
that
about
got
our
pulled
age.
over.
He about our age, for real,
Yeah.
because I'm 20, what,
I'm
19, 20?
22.
Yeah, so like,
2 years younger than us. Like, it's terrible. It's
me being an African American male, it ain't gonna lie, it itches my skin because it's the same thing happening over and over. Like the story might be different, but the end result still the same. Some as an African American being shot for no reason, and like this year and last year, that was a big thing with the Breonna Taylor case, the George Floyd with him getting like knee on the neck or whatever. So
the
it's
same
like,
place where this happened, Minneapolis.
so it's like just watching it, it just itch your skin, but it bothers you too because you like some of them are our age or some of them just minding their business, and it's like it's a better way to handle that. So it's kind of like how can you do that? It's a better way. You like I said, you're an officer. You went to training for this, so you know how to talk. You know how to talk someone out of a situation. Sir, get out the car, whatever, whatever. So it's like okay, what are we doing wrong? But I know, like, it's like, okay, what are we doing wrong to make them feel that way? Well, officer is feeling threatened, or first thing officer reach for is their gun. It's like you said, Basti, you got more things around that belt.
Yeah.
More, like you got a taser, pepper spray, anything. But the first thing you reach for is a gun, and it's sad because I want to say he had kids too. So then you gotta look at it. You leaving a kid without a father, and it's like you can't bring that back. You can't. That hurt. And like, what you gonna tell them? Oh, I made a mistake and shot it. I made a mistake and shot him. Like, nah. So I hope the officer get punished. I know I was reading something. The mayor of the Brooklyn Center, he was saying how he wants the officer fired or whatever. But as of right now, she's on leave right now. You know how that goes. And the same thing. Speaking of officers, what about the officer? I'm not sure, but I know the officer in the George Floyd case. He was on trial for a while. I don't know what happened. It was a lot of when I did look at it. It was a lot of excuses saying George Floyd was on some type of drug or something. It's like, man, no. End of the day, you committed a crime. It don't matter if you was at work or off work, you still committed a crime. And it's kind of like people brush that to the side sometimes when it's another color around. It's like, how can you just brush that to the side? Like, we're not human beings. I think that would bother me a lot, just seeing what people get away with just off of color. Like the Asian thing that happened in the grocery store in the nail salon in Atlanta. It was like, come on, like you walk this man out civilized, and it's like if that was anybody else, he ain't making out that door, and we all know that. So it's just crazy how America is, how a color can have so much power, and people say it don't, but when you look at it,
The record shows.
yeah, you feel me? So
It's an awful reality and something
It's
that
a-
needs to change, like ASAP, because it's been going too long. And last year was like a big movement for it, but it's still happening. So someone needs to put their foot down, someone with power, and actually make a difference, because this is outrageous.
I'm gonna ask you this question, Basti. 'Cause I know you from overseas. Do you
Yeah.
see these same problem back at home on your end, or is it kind of like equal out?
Um, like from my perspective, it's of course hard to like put myself in the same shoes,
Mm-hmm.
but from what I would say, the different treatment is not the same. And as well, like we barely have any deaths, and if there are deaths, none of them are related to shootings, because we don't have guns. Even the police, like, they have like a special vault in the back of their car if it's really needed, but they're always like trained to do whatever they can before resorting to violence. Like,
Mm.
you should never resort to violence if there is a peaceful way to solve something. And the police back home have like 6 years of training before something like they can go out in the field. And I've heard here is like
I think
few
it's 6 months.
Mm.
And there's so many like psychological tests, like moral tests and everything like that. So I've never heard of anything like this back home, to be honest.
Okay.
And that's why, like, I know I bring my values in and like express how I feel based on my upbringing. So this is just so surreal to me, how easy it could be to take someone's life, how anyone should have that kind of power. And I just feel like it could be avoided so easily.
I feel like this should go back to what we were saying. How if I know I could get away with something, I'm gonna keep doing it. As a little kid, if we know we could do something, we're gonna get in trouble. Why stop? And I feel like this is where it's at right now. If you are a white person in America, you have that mindset. Well, I could do this. I might get a tap on the wrist, but I know it's not gonna be nothing major. And it's kind of like, all right, like that ain't cool. Even though you have that boundary or you think you have it, don't do it because you don't understand. You hurt somebody else as well. But one thing I could say, me looking at this year and last year, it's people out there that really agrees with the Black Lives Matter or with the Asian movement that happened early this year, and I respect that. Like, you got people out there that really do feel the same way how we feel. I know it's hard for us to speak up because it's like ain't nobody really listening. But just to have that voice and have that community to stick around, I know we could definitely make change. What you think, Matt?
No, I definitely agree. I think I was going to say earlier, so this might not be the right time to say it, but I was going to say it earlier when Basti was talking. I think what's going on in America is a reality that a lot of people don't accept because it doesn't affect them. There are so many people who know what's going on, but it doesn't directly involve them. It's not their family member, it's not their cousin, it's not their son, it's not their daughter, so they really don't care because it's not affecting them. And I don't know what the answer to that is, like how to change that. Like, how do you change so many people's mindset? Like, where do you even start for that? If I knew the answer, of course, we would all do it if we knew the answer, but it's like, how do you even start to make a change so big?
I know one way is to protesting. Like that's been a big thing. They did some protests did lead to change. You know, people getting together, marching and stuff like that. But you are right. Like, how do we make the change? I say mine would be the protesting, and the people that's in the house, man. People that got that higher class that see what's going on. Use it, like Congress, the president, whoever. Just use it and try to work it out. Cause it's been going on for too long. It's not like this it's a coincidence, like you said. It repeats itself, repeats itself, and repeats itself. So it's like it might come in a different shape, but it's the same result. And it's like, but I think this year showed us too, though. It's just not black people that's being harmed by like the racism or just a color. We got all different kind of races. Because this is my first time I saw Asian people be harmed by it. Like you never really hear nothing about other races being like racial slur or being punished. It's like so I think that was an eye opener for me, just seeing other races go through the same thing we go through, and I feel like that helps. I feel like that helped out a lot because now you can start building that community. Okay, if you want change, I want change. Let's find some way to do it. So that's one thing I really do like.
It's not even like only racially. I feel like because we saw in China as well how Muslims are being treated. So it's just a bias against what you can't understand. I feel like, or like I don't know, like
somebody different than you, something you're not used to, something not your normal.
And I don't understand how you can just look at like a fraction of someone's identity and just like, I hate you for this. It doesn't make any sense to me, like how you can think of someone as less, or like there's a human in front of you, like you can picture yourself in those shoes, and they have a family just like you do. They have loved ones just like you do. They have a life just like you do, and you just don't care because of a fraction of that identity.
No, I definitely agree. I feel like this definitely go way out of the United States. Only reason I'll talk about this United States because it's it's what we stay at, and it's right there. Like that's on our TV. You can't miss it. But it's definitely a lot of other countries that don't accept the diversity or feel some type of way towards another race or religion because the way they was growing up, or they just feel like they have power. And I feel like you can't. I feel like you gotta enjoy the diversity. Like for me, I like meeting people that's different from me because I can always learn something from that person. So, but like I just I think it's just like a power game. In my opinion, it might just be like, oh, if I got this power over them, what can they do to stop me? But it's like nobody like, and it's kind of crazy though, because the people that go through it, they don't be bothered by it. Like for me, I don't see white people no other way than they see me. I'm like, I might not say certain things, but at the end of the day, I know y'all my friends. Like we could go out and have ice cream and be like, okay. So that what kind of like that shouldn't you shouldn't be afraid of nobody's skin color if y'all bleed the same blood, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But all right, we kind of started off sad, but
it's an important topic though.
No, it is an important topic. Definitely. And I think as someone who doesn't experience those things, it's important to me that I use my voice locally because I know that I'm just here. It's kind of like my voice doesn't mean that much in the grand scheme of things, but my voice can mean a lot on my campus and in my community and with the people around me. So I know that I always try to use my voice, whether it be on campus, if something happens, I'm in SGA, so I know me personally, I just always try and be a change even if it doesn't seem like it's a big one. Anything you can do and the people around you. I feel like changing the people around you is even bigger than like changing random people you don't know.
For sure.
Or educating, not even changing, just educating, because at the end of the day, that's really all you can do.
For sure. Even the small things help, man. Even the small things help. But
I just wanted to touch back on something. When we're talking about like police stoppings and everything, like now that it's been keeping like the record's so long now, and it's like trending. You see it everywhere on the internet, like African American shot by a cop again. Like, come on, like. But I feel like now that you are stopped, like, you would be afraid because you know what's happened. You have to be so careful. Like, I feel like it's just getting worse and worse. So I don't blame people for wanting to run away or like you want to avoid that situation because you've seen what happened, and I would be scared. Like, you shouldn't
be, but yeah, as African American, that when a police get behind you, get to stopping, your heart, and I ain't gonna lie, I done been there. your heart skip a beat. You get nervous. You be like, all right, let's just get up out of here. Stay composed. Give it what you need. It get
Like the cops should be the guardians, like the ones you trust, the ones you can rely on.
You
But
shouldn't
it's
have.
turning to you're afraid of them. Like you fear them. You don't know. Like they're irrational. Like it went to the opposite. Like they're becoming the villains, kind of.
You
Yeah.
shouldn't really have to educate your child on how to behave when they're stopped by a cop. That should be a safe haven. No matter what they've done, that should be a safe place, not something they should fear. Simply just being pulled over. Like, you should not, for a traffic stop, like, you should not be getting pulled over for a traffic stop and genuinely fear for your life. Feel the need to have to call your family. That just doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even sound like reality. And it's so sad to say that it is.
Yeah, but you know, speaking. All right, we done got down to the real note, the down and gritty. We spoiled our stuff. What some topics you want to talk about? I know you had your phone out, Mac. I was gonna ask you to search for some topics that's going around if you want to. But what some topics on y'all mind that y'all want to talk about?
I don't know. Like not much has been happening lately.
Yeah, it is. It's only a Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's only a Tuesday. But
I don't know about y'all, but I've been so stressed,
school wise or just tired.
school-wise.
Yeah. It's time to rack up.
It's
now
that
at
point in
end
the
of
semester. I feel like everyone's trying to get some last grades in. It's like all these assignments are due same week, some even the same days.
Don't man. Listen here. Look, you know, me and you, all three of us, we got a paper due Friday, but
And presentation.
yeah, but it is getting to that point where it's like, okay, wrap it up. But I feel like you just gotta keep pushing. Like my motto, I have told myself today in the last couple of days, if I could start great, I'm gonna finish great. Cause for me personally, I always feel like I start great, but I never finish great, and that's something I never learned how to do. Like I feel like I get lost in the sauce. I get lost in the sauce when I'm trying to finish. So that's my game plan right now. Just finishing great. If I could start great, I can finish great. So that's my game plan right now.
Yeah. No, it's definitely a lot. But personally, I don't stress about stuff because I was taught up that way. Like stress will not resolve anything. It will just make the situation worse. So I can't remember the last time I was stressed out, and I should be stressed out. Like,
Man, can't tell me that I'm an overthinker.
I'm such a stressor.
I'm an overthinker. I am my worst enemy. Like no one can tell me nothing. Whatever goes on in my head, that's it. Like I'm an overthinker. So I'm trying to be stress free, not overthink too much. Just control what I can control, and I feel like once you do that, you'll be okay. If you can control what you can control, you'll be alright.
I think my problem is, like, I don't say no. Like, if somebody asks me to do something, I always say yes, and I spread myself entirely too thin to where I'm using, like, 17, 18 hours out of my 24-hour day. I just need to start saying no sometimes for my sanity.
Yeah.
Actually.
You don't say no?
No.
All right, look, man. I want some Chick-fil-A out there. Can we go to Chick-fil-A? It's on you.
No.
I thought you just said you can't say
I
no.
mean, for obligations, like if somebody asked me to volunteer, if I get called into work, something like that. Like
I'm saying no. I ain't.
I'm such a people pleaser. Like I hate disappointing people.
Nope.
I respect my free time too much. I need it. Like, just take time to relax and just.
I can't.
Yeah. Like,
I can't even do that. Don't call me to take your shit.
Things. Like, for example, in this class, we have two things. We have, like, the two games we have to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just pushing it off. I'm like, no, that's my free time. Like, I don't, every time. And it's so bad because it's getting close to the end of the semester now. And
well,
you need to get it done.
You're going to get it done, man. You know, it's still some good sports out there, you know. So you'll be all right. But nah, going back to what Max said about the work thing. Listen here, I ain't taking nobody's shift, and I'm not doing overtime. I'm sorry, I barely want to do my time. So I give you credit for that one, but once I can't take nobody's shift. Don't call me. Even like I know it's money, But like Basti said, it's that free time. Look, I work 6 to 2. I ain't finna take nobody else shit. Nah.
It's like once you get in that bag, you don't want to get out of it. It's like once you get consistently working, it's like dang, like I don't want to.
You sound like
I
a
don't
workaholic.
want to stop.
You sound like a workaholic. I know how to separate. I be good with my little paychecks. I ain't no workaholic. I ain't finna take no. If I don't need the money that bad, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. Like, I feel like you need free time. You need time to just sit back and do whatever you like doing. If it's playing games, reading a book, selfies, I don't care. You need that free time. Because if you don't have it, well, your life gonna be miserable. Like, well, you're gonna be stressed, like you said. You're just gonna be stressed out.
Exhausted.
What? Like you need a nap sometimes. Like, man, no, I can't do it. I can't do it today. Go to sleep.
Bring in some Spanish culture. Take a siesta, a midday nap.
No, I can't do it. No. Hey, man.
A siesta. I'm gonna start using that.
Man. Like, speaking of naps, what's the best naps? For me, I ain't gonna lie. Long day. Had a good. My best naps are the naps like where I stayed up too late the night before.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I woke. So if I go to bed at 3 in the morning, got a 10:20. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna be late to his class. But after that's over with, I'm gonna sleep. Turn the AC on, play some music. I'm done for the day. I'm done. I'm going to sleep.
Yeah, those 3 p.m. naps, like 3, 2, 4, 5. Those are the best ones.
Yeah, I was gonna say the naps that start in the afternoon, but you don't sleep too long, so you can still sleep that night. I get so mad at myself when I go to sleep at like 5 or 6 because I just can't stay awake anymore, and then I wake up at like 9 or 10, and I'm like, here we go, like another freaking cycle.
Well, but that's the only bad thing about naps. If you take them late naps, you're gonna be up late, and it be crazy because you be up
Defeats the point of the nap.
True. But only bad thing about that, you be up by yourself. You be like, man, you can't call no one. Your roommate knocked out. You be like, man, it's kind of boring now. Like, wake up.
Yeah.
It's like, so that's what I like. I know for us, we might try to play the game, but you got a roommate. You be like, let me turn the TV down a little bit. He ain't gonna hear it. But ain't nothing like it now. One thing I do want to try, I never had it. I'm gonna say it right. Is it like a mani-pedi spa day, something like that? Can guys have that? Is that manly if a guy want to?
No, it's honestly for girls so attractive when guys get like their nails and their feet like groomed. I'm not saying you need to get them painted.
Of course not. Whoa,
you should get them groomed. Like, and you can get a clear coat. You can just get a clear coat, a nice clear coat. They'll cut your toenails. They'll clean up your feet and your hands and get a nice little clear coat. And I'm telling you, that is so attractive to a girl because.
So it's called a clear coat.
Yeah, because that means like you're taking care of yourself. Like you're hygienic. Like if you saw a girl who like didn't keep like, and I'm not saying keep her nails and her feet done. Like that's a me thing. But I mean like. Kept up with herself, like wouldn't that be unattractive? It's the same way for guys.
Fair enough. I can respect that.
Yeah.
All right, since you are in here, what are some unmanly things you see guys do? Like, yeah, I don't know.
Like some, like instantly unattractive, like.
Okay.
Like that? Is that what you're asking me?
Yeah, sure. All right, so hands done, feet done. Huh?
We're getting some input.
Yeah, hands done, feet done is a no-go. So like, if I show you my hands,
Yeah.
That's a no-go?
I mean, no. But, like, it's just something I would notice. Like, if I started talking to a guy, I would look at his hands and his feet and, like, not his toes. Like, I'm not going to be...
off real quick.
She might stop me. You know what? Take your socks off.
Yeah.
I need to see something.
It's just something I would notice, and it's not a make or break because that's fixable. Like, that's something you can be like, okay, let's go get, like, our toes done together, you know? That's fixable. It's not a make or break, but it's something that I would notice.
Hey, just imagine a girl coming to you. What's your name? I want to hear all that. Take those shoes off, man. Let me see what these feet look like. They look a little rusty. Going on. What?
On a dinner. Just
Hey,
like,
what?
wait.
Hey, before the food get there.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Take shoes off. Let me see, son.
Just gotta stand up and leave. Like, you know.
Oh, man. Oh.
But I think, like, the one thing, if I had to choose one thing that it's like, this is a deal breaker, like, I can't do it, just a man who is not about his word. If you say something, I expect you to stand on it and deliver it. I hate like the cap. I know that's what our generation says.
Cap.
I hate
Cap
the
in the
cap.
mouth.
Like, don't say it. If you're not about it, don't say it. I can't stand a man who is not about his word.
Okay.
So that's my thing. Like, that gets under my skin.
What's that saying again? Like, if you talk the talk, you gotta walk the
Walk
walk.
the
Yeah, for sure. For me, I like a girl that smell good. So when a dude got some good cologne on, do it kind of attract you a little bit?
Yeah,
Like,
it does.
Okay.
That's one of the best compliments, though. Like, you smell good. You're like,
Oh,
oh,
I ain't gonna
love
lie.
that.
come on. Like,
No, a girl told me that. That was the first time I got it, and I was like, that's the best compliment, cause you rarely hear that. So you like, I smell good. Ooh.
I love being told that.
No, I don't. No, I ain't gonna lie. It's some lotion out there girls be using. Be smelling like little rose petals and butterflies. I'm like, I ain't gonna tell her that because I don't know it. I don't want to come off weird. So I'm gonna just keep walking. But it hit my nose. I'm like, you smell good. But no, you wear cologne?
yeah.
You got a favorite brand of it?
Currently, I use Dolce & Gabbana, the one. That's been my
Love
go-to.
that smell. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I don't have it on now, but that's my go-to.
What about you? Got a lotion, perfume that you like? I need it.
Yeah, my staple, like my go-to, is Heavenly by Victoria's Secret. On guys, I really, really like, I think it's called Nautica Blue. It's like the blue Nautica bottle.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a Nautica then.
I really like that
no.
one. But.
Nah, I kind of got into it now. I think I got me a cologne, and I don't know the name of it. My friend, he put me onto Bath and Body Works.
They have really good men's colognes.
They got some lotion in there that I like. It's called Atlantic. It smells good. I'm like, I like this. So I'm getting there. I'm starting to get into the smell good area. You feel me? And stuff like that.
I go crazy if I feel like if I'm out with someone or whatever, and I feel like I don't smell good. Like my day, like I get so
That's a
self-conscious. I'm just I don't want either. I just want to go home.
Mine is like smelling like outside. Like even I live in the third building, so like even when I walk from like the third building to here, like it's warm outside now, so y'all know what outside smells like. It just has a smell, and I always get so paranoid that I'm gonna smell like outside just from like my walk to class. I don't know if y'all know, but I have multiple classes with all y'all. Like, I always have perfume and a brush on deck. I don't go to no class without perfume and a brush.
Alright.
But I might be high maintenance.
I'm sure it's bad. So, guys, we like to take care of our faces and stuff, So what's some skincare routines or some skincare products you be like, that works good? I know some people like, it work good for my skin, might not work good for your skin. But what are some you be like, yeah, this is pretty nice.
Water. Like, literally just being in the shower and, like, washing your face with water. I feel like people neglect their face so much in the shower.
And it's cheap.
People get so caught up in, like, the newest and, like, the hottest skincare products, but it's not that. Like, I have very clear skin. I mean, some days it's, like, messed up because of the mask, but, like, they can't really do much to help that. But water. Literally, like, I use water and moisturizer. I don't use anything else.
What about you? What you rocking with?
I was trying to find the brand. I can't remember what it is, but I have like a thing like every time I shower in the morning, and I only shower twice a day.
The scrubber?
No, it's just like a cream almost.
Okay.
And you just put it on, and then it kind of loosens up your pores and everything, and then you just wash it off after like 1 minute.
No, I don't know the brand, but I got it for a Christmas gift. It was like a little package. It had the skincare cleaner, witch hazel, a night routine, and it's like some lotion. It works out. Like, since I've been using it, my face is very clear. Because one thing for me, my face is one thing I like really care about. Like, when I get bumps, I get irritated fast. I'm like, ugh. But I think the water is a big one.
Hydration, too.
I'll say drinking a lot of water is a big one. But that's definitely one. I want.
So much is what you eat, too.
Yeah, I think
definitely.
I think I heard like greasy foods is one. Like, greasy foods break your face out a lot.
Why can I not find this brand? I know it's just so much.
He's actually trying to find.
I use it every
He trying to
day,
get shot out. So
how I don't know is.
But,
I use witch hazel, too.
I want to get me a little beard because I be seeing like the little beard groomers. I'm trying to get that, but I feel like hygiene's just changed so much. Cause now you got like man lotion that's good for the skin.
I love it. I want to ask y'all a question now. So how do y'all feel about like the boys or the men, I guess I should say, like taking better care of themselves now. Like it's kind of become normalized now to like have
the
like a
stereotype has gone away.
skincare, self-care for men. Like before, men were like, we don't need that, like we're men, you know. But like, how do y'all feel about that?
I'm on the train. I care
I'm so with it.
like I
Nice
said.
these ones.
Okay, we got what it's called, Smart Clear. A Smart Clear. I get out of us, man. My dog Basti. Can they see it? I don't think they can see it. My dog Basti putting y'all out here. Smart Clear. Get at him.
Go look good.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I'm definitely on the train, man. I'm
Me
definitely
too.
on the train of taking care of my skin. Like I said, my face is something that people see, and if I feel like my face breaking out, it irritates me. I might be a pretty boy, but it irritates me. Like my face right now is clear. Like you can't see nothing. Like you can't see no bumps. All you see is my little chin hair. So my face is something. So I like the train, man.
Yeah. Like, I feel like the stereotype of, like, men taking care of themselves were, like, considered, like, people, oh, that's gay. Like, that's what people said. And I feel like that stereotype's going away and, like, it's more accepted. I don't know why that's, like, oh, you take care of yourself? Wow.
Like, that's
come on.
hygiene.
Like, yeah. It's like, come on. You want to look good. Like, you want to be the best version of yourself, or at least that's how I am. It's like, I've had 2 sisters, and they've been, like, putting me on, like, the different stuff, and, like, I've always been bothered by it, but I've had like friends like, oh, why are you using like skin routines and why are you doing this and that? I'm like, well,
Nah.
So would y'all go as far as to do like a face mask,
Well, that's a little black stuff, right? Like,
or just the mask that you put on your face and then you like take it off,
yeah.
or
I'd
like
do it with a girl, but I wouldn't just sit there by myself and do it.
see,
I wouldn't
If that
tell you.
makes sense.
Y'all do it. Y'all do it.
I wouldn't go buy it myself,
yeah.
but if my sisters or like a girlfriend would be like, oh, do you want to do a face mask?
Oh,
I'd
I
be like,
know.
I've done
I'll
the
do it by
black
myself
ones.
or with a girl. Doesn't really matter. If it make the skin clear, why not? It's benefits.
I just
Ain't
wouldn't
nobody
go out
gonna
and
see.
buy it myself, I think. I don't know why.
Mm.
I've done the, like, what's it called? You put, like, the black gel
the black
on
Mhm.
and then you
Oh yeah.
peel it off. I've done that before.
One thing I won't do, and I'm sorry, I'm not going, like, as a dude, I'm not getting nothing waxed up in here. I want to do. I'm not doing it. No. I give y'all females credit when y'all get y'all little wax. I'm not going. Like, I'm not going.
Females have it so unfair. Like we have so many different things that we have to pay for month to month.
Nah, y'all got one thing, a cycle month to month. I'm glad I don't got that. I'm glad. I can't. I got female friends. I'm like, yeah, my cycle came on. I'm like, yeah, good luck. I ain't nothing to do with that.
Good luck.
Like we're gonna talk. Cause,
Yeah,
Good
I'll
luck.
see you in a week. Like,
yeah.
come on.
No, cause me growing up, I had this stereotype when girls' cycle come on, they turn into
Didn't
the
you
Incredible
grow
Hulk.
up in a house with your grandma and
my
your mom?
Yes, and I went to school with girls. Yeah, so in
Yeah,
my
so I was
mind,
gonna say you were a boy around girls all the time.
so my mindset was when every time y'all cycle came on, y'all turn into the Incredible Hulk. Y'all become moody, aggressive, bullies,
And that is a
and y'all
stereotype.
become hungry. I was like, so every time I was around a girl and they mood swing and they came around, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna keep my distance. You're not gonna beat me up and yell at me.
Yeah, you were scared. That's
Yes,
why you-
yes.
Terrified.
Yes. Yeah, let me know when I go off, but
I think y'all should have to have one.
not.
Well, come on now. Like, they should, what do you mean by that? That we should have
We should
had
have a
one, or
cycle?
that they should, like, put one in? I was like, to make it fair.
That, yeah, that it should have
Like,
to be
sorry,
fair. That y'all
adjusting
should
the
have
jeans.
to. Y'all should
Hey,
have
Basti, imagine having a cycle on the game, bro. Just imagine.
Okay, now I'm starting to think how that would work, and that is foul. That is, no.
Imagine playing the game. Ah! Hey, no, that's not. Y'all can have that, cause y'all.
Like we don't have things that we have to do on a daily basis.
That's okay, but y'all don't. But y'all used to it. We're like y'all. I don't know. How do y'all cope with that? I know every woman
All
copes
respect.
different.
Yeah,
Like.
all out respect.
Yeah, but I know y'all cope. There's some cope with eating, some cope with talking, some cope with crying, and I'm like,
Oh, I'm a big crier.
Yep. See, man, you want me talking? I'm like, as soon as you tell me it's
But
on.
I'm sensitive in general, so like times 10.
Ooh, yeah, no. Like I can see it, man. Hi, Chris, wanna talk? You good? Yeah, my period just on. Yep, can't do it. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to you later, dog. Talk to you later.
What do you guys think about guys like shaving their legs? Because I have a few teammates that shave their legs, and I was like, I don't shave my legs. I know you look. Nah, I don't shave my legs. But like, I know in Italy and Spain, where they're at the beach all the time, it's very normal to like just stay clean off. Like,
I'm not against it, but it's not like, oh, you need to or oh, you cannot. You know, like it's
but
really
if you saw
up
a
to
guy
them.
with, what would your like first thought be if you saw like a guy with the smoothest legs, like silk? I'd be like,
Chill out.
I really don't know. But what's the difference in like y'all
just-
seeing a girl with like silky smooth legs? Like,
No, it's just because it's so.
I don't know.
different.
That is attractive though, but I don't know.
I feel like it's just like cultural, because like if you see
Yeah.
it in Spain and stuff, like you don't think about it, but you used to see a guy with hairy legs. It's like, for example, if you see a girl now with like very hairy legs, you'd be kind of like, yeah. That's what I'm saying. But what's the difference? Like it's just the opposite, because that's the standard that's been set in the culture.
Yeah, certain things are meant to be done. Like certain things are meant to be done. We learned that. Let it be. My question is, cause I got a lot of disagreements with this.
Okay, this is interesting. Let's
All
go.
right, it's a guy question. It's for everybody though. Dude, as a guy, do you shave? You know, you shave no no.
Yes,
Do that bother you?
definitely.
That all right? Do that bother you if a guy doesn't shave down there?
yes.
I ain't touching it. Nope. I'm sorry. Like I haven't heard a couple of women I've talked to before. They'll be like, yeah, I don't like it when it's there. I'm like, and my mom like, you still gonna see it, so it ain't blocking nothing. But it been with me since I was the age of 9. It ain't going nowhere. I'm sorry.
Yikes.
It ain't going
I've
nowhere.
always been. This is strange talk, but I guess we know each other. I
The train has to
just feel
stick
like
with
it's
it.
normal. I think it's both ways, because if I I know myself, if I was doing anything like I wanted to stay clear. Like I feel like it's more hygienic and nicer, I guess. But that's
I guess it's personal preference.
Like, I can't imagine. I can't even do
you
it.
can't
I don't-
imagine shaving. Is that what you're saying?
Okay, new topic.
Yeah. Hold that thought. Max getting uncomfortable.
I think that we might be able to wrap it up.
Alright.
I mean, didn't you want to talk to Todd?
Yeah. Taj did cover
I
the.
think this
I think
episode
Todd
definitely
would be a
needs to
great replacement.
Yeah. Max getting very uncomfortable.
What's it called? A sub?
My bad, Max.
Subbing in.
We didn't mean to make you uncomfortable.
No, you
We
didn't.
just-
You
My
didn't.
bad. We just got.
We should definitely cut this episode up in different pieces though, because it started off so.
And
So,
the
like,
first stuff was
serious.
willing. I mean, I guess we can cut it.
All right, man. We finna head out the apartments. Thank you, Matt and Basti, for coming through.
Always.
Like I said, y'all like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna have the Instagram in the description. Yes, sir.